Howdy, y'all, and welcome to our number 144 Shop Talk. What is it called? Archeryshack Shop Talk. I didn't forget what we call this thing. It's been so long. Hope y'all doing good. We got Bobby. Yep. We got TJ. We got me. I'm Jeremy. And it's Saturday as we're recording this. I just got my voice back. I had some kind of snot thing going on, and it that's how I was talking, but I'm getting better. Luckily, Bobby and TJ didn't get it. We just had some people leave from Alaska.
Yes, we did. They was really nice people, though. Very nice.
Literally, they pulled up. Me and Bobby's out there talking about his bow setup, and their car tag said Alaska, like their license plate. And I was like, if these people came from Alaska to here, I'm about to fall out. And I said, y'all from Alaska? And they said, yeah. And I was like...
and I had to pick Jeremy up.
And Bobby sold them the son and the dad a bow, and super nice people. I thought that was cool.
Mm-hmm. They were.
That would have to definitely qualify as our furthest. Now, the disclaimer: they didn't drive here just for us, but they were here from Alaska and bought two bows. That's crazy. So, anyway,
they said they found us online.
Yeah, the internet still blows my mind, and it shouldn't, but it does. We made a funny TikTok, me and Bobby, a while ago. A little over an hour ago. Let me just bring it up so I can give you some exact numbers. And I told them, I said, well, let's just quit YouTube because TikTok, we're going to become famous. We've got, hang on, it's updating. Y'all give me a minute. Y'all get 444 views already. I mean, that was just a little
2 hours ago.
That's crazy.
What number we got to have go live on TikTok?
I think you got to have 10,000. I have to look again. It's a lot, but for TikTok numbers, it's not a lot. Like 10,000 followers, I think it is, but that's not that many, to be honest, because TikTok's so crazy.
Yeah.
We got a phone call. Y'all stand by. Or I guess we'll keep chatting. We basically... It's getting dark so early, we were like, let's go ahead and record this now because it's slowed down a little bit.
Yeah.
Now, of course, we try to record it and the phone starts ringing, but let's see somebody's texting me.
I know Brad Adams, he sent me a picture here and said that today is Saturday, but they got snow on the ground already in Kentucky.
That's crazy.
I mean...
Stanley was here. His wife went to Washington, where their son's at. I think they got a bunch of crazy weather.
Yeah, what'd they say? She got snowed in, missed a flight.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
Here, let's see, we got cold a couple weeks ago, and then like literally went back to the almost 80s.
Yeah.
I got my short pants on today.
I do too.
And have for several days. And now I think we're finally cooling back down. We had a hurricane come through.
Yeah.
I mean, it's freaking almost mid-November, and we got hurricanes coming through.
And it's supposed to be 34 in the morning.
I don't know. I think that's why my schnots is going crazy. Well, let me say, they know this number, but we ended up in a year from October 1st, which is sort of I guess you could say the way archery people keep up with numbers, because that's like the baseline of when stuff comes out and New Year sort of starts. But
the fiscal year.
Yeah. 121 bows, which is superb for our small little shop. And that's not counting used bows, which probably would add another 15 or 20. I don't know. But that's crazy.
That's good numbers.
Thank y'all for those of you that watch and have bought from us. We appreciate it. We're not about the numbers, but I'm going to try to ramp those numbers up and start doing more online offerings soon. You'll hear about it. We've already talked about it a little bit, but like with our bear bows, a lot of them we're going to start putting basically we're going to change just the string out. It'll be the same color as factory, but it'll be a pre-stretched in-house made string with a regular peep in it. We're going to start putting some of those packages together and on the website, and there's videos coming out, but basically like we'll have the bow sighted in and set up to you so that when you get it, if you ordered one, very, very little would have to be done. I'm not saying that it will be the sight will be exactly perfect, but it'll be
Close.
damn close because we did some testing and it worked out. So
It did.
that's coming soon. We're already talking about 3D season. Bobby's got him a 3D bow. We're getting closer to the Prime bow release. We can't talk about that yet, but
Nope.
it's going to be cool. Bowtech just released. The only thing that really let me down about Bowtech is they got a carbon bow, but the thing weighs 4.5 pounds. It's kind of like the Hoyts,
Yeah.
I understand. Let's not look at the weight. Let's look at in the cold. It won't be cold, but I just feel like it ought to be 3.5 pounds if it's carbon, not.
Yeah.
That was my first thoughts when I seen the release at 4.5 pounds. I thought that was awful heavy when you can get an aluminum riser bow that weighs less than a
Yeah.
carbon bow.
I agree. Because, I remember, I guess, late 90s, early 2000s, my Feather Max, I think it was 3.25 pounds. You know what I mean? That's great. And now it's the average is about 4.5 pounds or more.
Mm-hmm.
You're looking at a 6-7 pound setup bow. And that's not I don't want to call that heavy, but it's not light.
It's not.
I got something in my gizzard. So I don't know. Hoyt Matthews Prime. Who else? There's a bunch still got to release.
I think I've seen the 15th of November for Matthews. Hadn't seen nothing on Hoyt. Trying to think.
Usually from basically between now and Thanksgiving is when the big boys, release. So I imagine we'll see that. I hadn't really looked. I don't know anything about Hoyt or Matthews because we're not a dealer, but a lot of people ask about Matthews. So as soon as we know something, we'll let you know. But
Has Athens released anything?
I don't know. I don't even know.
Expedition, maybe?
I hadn't heard anything about them.
Either.
I hadn't heard a word. If y'all know anything about this, will come out in a couple of days. It should still be before anybody releases stuff. If y'all know anything, let us know. Put it in the comments. Let me think. What else has been happening? It's slowed down. We got some of that beginning Christmas feel. There's a Royale over here we ordered. It's a Christmas present. So we're getting into that Christmas time.
Yeah.
Then we're obviously still deer season, basically prime deer season.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll ease into Christmas time. Then we'll ease into ATA / first of 3D season for here. And Bobby's getting pumped.
Oh, yeah.
He's setting up a black and pink setup. That's going to be cool.
I'll still be rocking the old purple CT9 probably.
I got a couple ideas.
I just like that bow.
It's a good looking bow.
It is a good looking bow.
It just shoots good for me. So
honestly, that color is why they did away with that. I think that color, and if they did a blue, sort of that
deep, shiny,
a shiny deep blue that would be similar to that purple, man, that's sharp.
Mm-hmm.
They've done some weird stuff with colors.
Yeah,
that prism you had looked good.
It was different. Yeah,
It was.
But
the only thing I wish they would do is if they could make me a set of white limbs for it.
Yeah, and it seems to me, I guess Prime being one of those, color-wise, to me, in my head, there's some simple things they could do that a lot of people would want. You know what I mean? So I don't know why they hadn't done it. I think it was when the the CTs come out, I was like, I want white limbs. And they're like, we're not doing them this year.
Yeah.
I'm like, well, why? Okay.
And
then they did white limbs, I think the Nexus year, because I had that Nexus 6. And then it's just, I don't know.
Yeah.
You like a color, then they do away with it, and then they do something different, and then that, what was it called, Malbec or something?
That Malbec red.
Weird. They come up with some sort of weird colors, and then, I don't know.
The Malbec red was a good color. It looked black, but in the sunshine, it was like that red glitter.
We were told this week on another podcast that if you are invited onto the alien ship, don't get on the cigar-shaped one. Get on the
saucer.
We'll see if anybody else listens to that. But anyway, I don't know where that came from.
I don't either. That was
Bobby. Obviously, he's from another planet. But
don't tell everybody.
Okay. But yeah, I think the next 2 or 3 weeks we'll have a lot of new bow stuff to talk about. I don't know anything accessory-wise that's coming out new.
Accessories is always funny because it just seems like
I feel like for instance, I know Spot Hog's still behind, but like I feel like it's time for them to do something.
Yeah.
Let's like take the Fast Eddie, and I don't know what they could do different to it, but be like, we're gonna do this magic dust to it, and everybody's gonna be like, ooh,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? But I don't know what that would be because it's already
either.
cool. But anyway,
Like stabilizers is the same way. I mean,
yeah,
you know, I'm trying to think.
I'm ready to be oohed and awed by something. It's accessory wise.
Well, Bear stepped up their game this year on their new accessories, their standard accessories.
I was gonna say not only that, but if y'all are local to us, we can't ship the Execute bows, but I would put Bear now on point with most other higher end bows.
Mm-hmm.
Where in the past their higher end bows just had something a little off about them. This year they don't. They don't have that weird vibration. They don't have like I would.
Wide limb pockets.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
looks better,
it does.
shoots better. Something changed. It's worth shooting them.
I was just looking at all the adjustments and of just parts. I mean, you can move the cable arm in, out, and I was like, I'm gonna have to come back here one day and just look at it and tinker with it to figure it all out because it was.
I've thought about setting a hunting bow one up to play with because every year, you know, the reps come in, oh, this is big and bad and whatever, and it's like, okay, whatever. I shot that thing and was like, and then I shot the 32 or whatever and was like, and then I let her, you know, Partain and whoever was here, we were like, this is finally something to talk about, you know what I mean? Whereas in the past, it's like, well, let's order one or two of them. It's a good bow, but you put it against like a prime and it's not going. But now.
And they also this year went with mossy oak instead of real tree.
It looks good.
It does look good.
That DNA and all that. I forget what all colors we got. We got more coming. We got, if you're needing a bear bow and you're local, or even if you're not, we can ship some of them. We got all the walls full. We got them stacked back here. Got another 6 or 8 already shipped and more coming. So holler at us. But we'll be making videos. I've been kind of waiting on my voice to get back because I made one video and I started putting it together, and then I sounded like death for the past 2 weeks. And we'll get some videos out and basically be like, here they are. If you want to order one, you know, call us. Or basically, I got a form I'm putting up of what exactly do you want, and then we'll contact you right back and say, well, here's kind of the price and what you're looking at, and we can go from there of how to put it together, and then we can chat or we can email, and then we can send you an invoice and get it set up and ship it. So we're trying to do it to where...
But we can't take payments over the phone.
Yeah, we don't... I don't want to say a pain, but there's a lot more chance of us like
screwing something up or
that's basically the way to put it. If we try to start writing stuff down and taking payments over the phone, it's so much easier if I can just type it all into an invoice, send it, it shows me you paid it, and then we just go to that one place and we can say, all right, this one hadn't shipped yet, here's what we need to do. Easy, you know what I mean? So
well, and plus, you know, if we're on the phone on one line and another line starts ringing and beeping in trying to get, you know, info, hang on, the other line's ringing, I got to wait for it to quit beeping so we can actually...
And I'm the world's worst. Like, I could talk to y'all this very second about, hey, you do this, and this, and then a guy walk in.
And forget.
I'll never even remember we had the conversation. So,
yeah.
Anyway, we'll keep it all digital and on our order queue is what we're saying about that. But anyway...
If you got questions, call the shop.
Yeah, call. Or if you just wanted to call and chat and say, hey, here's kind of what I'm thinking about, and we can still end up sending you like the invoice and all. But basically, we're wanting to take and build package bows, but that are more custom than anybody else. We'll have the cables will be Bear cables. We'll have our string on it so it don't twist and go crazy. It'll be tuned. I mean, y'all seen some of our videos. It'll be the cam's time, the cam lean, paper tuned. We got the shooting machine now. We're going to do that out of the shooting machine. We're going to set the sight out of the shooting machine, the whole 9 yards, cut the arrows, whatever you need, ship it to where hopefully you get it, open it up, boom, it basically fits you, and you might have to make the tiniest of sight adjustment, but the gap should still be the same even if you got to move the sight some. So I just, to me, it would be cool, and I know everybody's a little different. So I'm not saying like this is going to work 100% of the time, but if 90% of the time a guy could say, here's what I want, and we recommend stuff, he gets it, opens the box, pulls the arrows and the bow out and goes out there 20, 30, 40 and is basically hitting where he's aiming, that's pretty cool. You know what I mean?
It is.
I don't think that was doable not that long ago, and have upgraded string and all. You know, we've went through it. It's not just it got shipped from a factory along with 2,000 more bows. It's like this thing is.
It's right.
It's right. Yeah, it's not whatever crazy. So I'm excited. Somebody. Who is this? Somebody's asking about a bow right now.
But no, we're getting that time of year starting to slow down just a little bit. Like you said, we'll get a little bit of a break for like the Thanksgiving. Everybody's getting ready for Thanksgiving, which Thanksgiving's week after next. Or when this probably comes out, it'll be a week.
It's crazy that, I mean, I still feel like it ought to be midsummer or something.
This year has flown by.
It has.
It really has. And I'm looking forward to the Thanksgiving season, Christmas season. It's a good time for our sales.
Yeah. I'm just glad to take sort of and I know y'all are, a breath, because it was like.
From the strings.
From everything.
So
from basically the last weekend of July through definitely August is awful.
Yeah.
And most of September, and I ain't complaining. It's just like you just know going into it, get ready, and then it's just like constant crap and trying to remember this and do this and stay caught up, and that people are mad and all the whole 9 yards. And now we can,
Yeah.
I don't want to say that time of the year is the worst time to buy a bow, but it kind of is, because like that's when any shop really is going to be the most backed up.
Yeah.
But like if you come like today, they came in. We got to go out there with them and set their sight and set their bows up perfect. And we do that any time of the year, but we can spend a whole lot more time with people right now versus that little 2-month complete crazy fest. So
most of the time in that 2-month crazy fest, it's just, here, we're going to get you 20 yards.
We're going to do the best we can, but we got, 60 bows back here waiting and another dozen people waiting, and we're going to do the best we can with what we got. But
yeah.
That's what's weird about archery shops, and I've never been able to think of another industry that's so seasonal. But like we could literally, it's not feasible because there's just not that many people that are either is good enough, or I guess good enough that would only work a month or two out of the year or whatever. But like we could bring in another 6 people for 2 months to help us, but who's going to come just work
2 months?
For 2 months or less. It's just you can't find anybody. And we got a few people we know that come around that can help do the little knick-knack stuff, but like I don't know of any other industry that's so seasonal, this hardcore. Like I don't know the exact numbers, but like 70% of your money comes in 6 weeks type thing, or 8 weeks or whatever it is. Like I don't know of anything else. I'm sure there's got to be something, but not that I know of. It's just so wild.
It is.
We've got big shot targets on the way. If you've been waiting on one, I need to look. I think I had a list of 2 or 3 people at least that wanted them. We ran out last year, and basically it's one of those deals where you got to order several $1,000s worth to get them here for free shipping. And if you don't get free shipping, you're paying several $1,000s in shipping. So I ordered a bigger order this year, and I think it'll be good. But those targets, ever since we picked them up, you can't beat them. I mean, you shoot them. You can shoot them with a Raven crossbow. And I mean, there's the video I put on YouTube that time. I've got 2 or 3 comments, and people are like, "Bullshit," but it's not bullshit. You can shoot the Raven crossbow and pull that thing out with the arrow out with 2 fingers. You know what I mean? So
yeah, they're awesome.
It literally just takes anybody that's semi-interested in the target, and we say, "Here, shoot this," and now pull it out. They buy it. So
It's 10 times hands down better than a bag target.
I've got to where I completely hate a bag target.
Me too.
All the inserts now from every carbon manufacturer flares out to protect the arrow, and then it gets caught in the bag, and then you fight with it, and then it wraps around cotton or whatever's in there, and it's just like, good Lord. I mean, I ordered some bag targets because you got people that are not going to spend more than $40 or $50. They're like, that's it, and that's fine, and they know what they're going to get. But if you'll spend like twice that or a little more, like you can get these other targets that's way better. I need, if y'all are still listening, hopefully you are. Hello, we need a good broadhead target.
Yeah.
Recommendation. We've been using
The Big Shot.
the Big Shot Titans, which are fine, but I don't know of any broadhead target that I would consider just above the rest. They're all either like a molded rubber or like a layered, and all of them chunks are going to come out as you shoot them. Like, I would put the Big Shot stuff, the Reinhardt stuff, basically the blocks, all of them kind of on an even playing field, unless y'all know of something that you've been using. I really enjoy the blob targets for broadhead targets, but they're super heavy. They're sort of hard to get in a way, and we stocked them several years back, and they're so ugly. Nobody wanted to buy them because they didn't understand how good they were, I guess is the way to put it. So I don't know. What are y'all shooting? Because we got the ATA coming up in about 2 months or however long it is. I'm open to try something different if there's a great broadhead target.
I know I keep seeing which one is Morel that's the dice? Is it the high roller?
The high roller.
Yep.
I see a lot of people like the Seek One boys using it. A few people. That's one I see that them use all the time. But I mean, I'm not gonna say Seek One guys, but some of these people are paid by these companies to promote it, and it's gonna be the best thing out there. But I tend to look at people that ain't sponsored by a company. If they're spending their money on it, then it might be something to look into.
Yeah, if y'all got any recommendations, I'd love to hear it. The good thing about like the Titan though is you got multiple shooting surfaces, and the bottom you can shoot. So like, let's say you shoot out one side, you can kind of rotate it,
and every side has a target. It has an object to shoot at.
I'm not against that target. It's a little pricey to me. It is like, what is it, $180 or whatever?
$189.
Like, I'd love to see like a $80 to $100 decent or okay broadhead target we could sell.
Well, how much is the Reinhardt? What is it, 18-in-1?
I think they're right now, according to
whoever,
$120 to $140 roughly, and they're an okay one. But anyway, we'll see if they know of anything.
Yeah,
that would be one of my things. I don't want to make like an announcement, but one of our close rep friends just picked up tethered tree saddles, so we're going to look into those. And TJ has tried his best to get a hold of Trophy Line, and they won't respond to us. These companies blow my mind. Here's some money. How much are they? Here's some money.
Yeah.
Delete or don't call them back, and it's like, whatever. I don't get it. Whatever.
What was the commercial that the guy was standing there in the fishing stuff holding $1 over? You want $1? You want $1? And I'm like, come on now. And that's what I've got as a Trophy Line. And, I mean, I like it. There's the whole saddle hunting world it's about like the bow world.
Yeah.
You got your tethered guys, you've got your Trophy Line guys, you've got your cruiser guys, and then now there's a lot of independent small companies out there. And it's kind of like, okay, well, here's the Matthews, here's the Hoyt, the Bowtech, the Prime, and I'm not going to say fanboys.
I'd love for this coming year to get a small selection, maybe one or two of each, and then a guy could come in, talk to TJ for 3 or 4 hours, and TJ be out there. You know what I mean? Like, we'd be on the camera. Did he fall this time? He's like,
I ain't no expert at it by any means.
I mean,
You're going to be our demonstrator.
Oh, that's fine.
It was awkward that time we had to call the fire department to get him down, but he's figured it out now. But send TJ out there and string him up in the tree, and they could say, all right, this one's comfortable, or this one's blowing out my sack, or whatever, you know what I mean? Because nobody else is doing that. Like, I know of one other place that's got them. And when I was talking to the rep the other day, he said he was in that particular store and heard somebody ask about them and said they just was like, yeah, they're over there in the box. In other words, we don't fool with them. We don't know anything about them. If you want to look at that white box, don't open that box, but they in that white box right there. Like, come on.
And I'm open to any of them because, like I said, I am a rookie at it. I I just didn't realize how many, because, we've got 2 people that come, well, actually 3, Stan the man that
Rodney and Squirrel.
And, them 3 was one that's been doing it for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, this year, I mean,
I guarantee you,
9 out of 10 people walk through the door wanting to know about saddles.
I guarantee you if we could strap one on and show them real quick, it'd be
good sales.
Yeah, it would be.
I mean, it would be.
We're gonna try. I'm waiting on the tethered pricing or whatever. Now, I mean, like if these companies say, "Oh, you got to buy $10,000 worth," obviously I'm not doing that. But
no,
I'd love to get like a couple of the trophy lines, a couple of the latitudes, a couple of the tethered, whatever, and then we could say, "Here's your options. You want to try them on? We'll run it here to a tree." And if that, well, I mean, we got plenty of trees. I wouldn't be against putting one out front here, like strapping one to the shed or something, but we'll figure it out. And then I don't know of anywhere you're going to go and test one of these things. I mean, even if you went to a bigger place or city or something, maybe you could look at them, but to be able to like strap that thing on and go up a tree or at least learn how it works, I think that'd be cool.
It would.
So we're headed in that direction.
Yeah.
I guess me and Bobby's got to learn how these things operate.
They're really not. All right, now look, the elephant in the room is I will not get on an airplane, but I can't get y'all to strap on a saddle at ground level.
I hadn't been presented with a saddle.
Let's out there in the truck.
I'll go up a tree.
I got the saddle and platform in the truck.
In my head, I wanted to design like this drawboard block and tackle over here. I'm going to get in this saddle and just pull me on up there, Bobby.
Yeah.
Easy, fella. Right, tie me off. That's kind of what I'm thinking. But nah, hopefully by springtime we'll have at least a few to play with.
Oh, yeah.
And then kind of test the waters. But I got a feeling word will spread like wildfire. Hey, go to them boys. They got them in stock, and we'll let you test them or show you how they work or whatever. We may never see TJ in the shop again.
But we have had a lot of customers come in that with a lot of interest in
whole
the saddles.
lot.
And we've talked about this before. There is nowhere, everything that you see as far as saddle, you see the boys on YouTube, you see pull up,
but everything's online.
Everything's online. There's really like nowhere around here to go put your hands on one to see.
I know there's a lot of modifications, but I think if they could get their basic stuff
basic stuff, yeah.
And then they can go about doing all this other stuff.
Yeah. But I agree 100%.
It'll be cool. I'm looking forward to that. And be something different, you know what I mean? So we're going in that direction.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I don't know of anything else. Like I hadn't heard anything about releases. I hadn't heard anything about stabilizers, rests.
Oh, I know we forgot to mention Hopkins, Jeff Hopkins.
Yeah, Jeff Hopkins today basically posted he's done with Martin. Then a little bit later posted he's back with Matthews. Mm-hmm. If you keep up with the tournament world, Jeff was the Levi of the 90s.
Yeah,
and then kind of was in the background for a while, and I don't know if he left Matthews or Matthews left him, but now he's back with them and somehow brought his boy with him back. So that'll be interesting to watch.
It will be.
Darton's picked up a lot of people. Jack Wallace, I think we talked about it last time, but he went to Darton.
He's a lot of people.
Braden and his wife
went to
Darton. Somebody else, but
it's weird because Darton,
it's always been like, I felt like just us few in the upstate knew about them because Dwight sells them, but like you could go other places and they'd be like, "Oh, what? Darton?" I don't know.
And it's weird because Darton, all of a sudden, they had I don't know how many shooters they had, but all of a sudden, I know I kept seeing last week or week before, you'd scroll through Facebook or whatever.
Sign.
Yeah. Welcome to the team. And I'm like, dang, they on a roll.
Oh, yeah.
I'm honestly, I know we don't sell them, but I'm pulling for them because they've always been a good bow that a lot of people didn't know about. And
sleeper.
And designed a bunch of stuff that a lot of people didn't realize that came from them. So that's cool. We got some sniper hog lights in.
Mm-hmm.
They got bow mounts. They got gun mounts. If you ever need one of them, holler at us. Even if we don't have it, I can literally have it. Usually in 3 days, they've had them here. So, we ordered some gun mounts for people, all kind of stuff. Them things are Them things are nice.
They are.
But I guess we'll get off here, and y'all let us know about them broadhead targets. I'd be curious to know what y'all like and are shooting.
Yeah, me too.
Because we got another month and a week or two, and we'll be going to the show, and we can kind of look at some stuff. But let us know. Let us know if you need any bear bows. We can't ship like the Legend series, but the other ones we can. And Prime will be coming out here in about 2 weeks.
We hope.
Bowtech's already came out.
Mhm.
I hadn't heard anything else about PSC coming out with anything else, but we'll see.
I hadn't either.
But anyway, just let us know if you need us, and we'll do what we can do to help you out. Thank you for listening, and thank you for helping us sell 121 bows last year.
Yep.
That's wild. Appreciate y'all.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all. See y'all later.
Have a good week.